Do you trust and love the people that surround you? Are you safe around them? Anyone can experience sexual harassment. It has many forms, kinds, and can be classified as physical, verbal, written, and emotional harassment. It is very common and can happen anywhere inside your home, school, and even in the workplace. Sexual harassment in regards to equity is when men tend to have a higher position in a workplace than women. When some men develop a sense of entitlement, resulting in abuse of power to harass women. And sometimes with how the way women dresses, which some men tend to take advantage of. Women and men tend to have a different positions and roles in an office, such as being the secretary and holding the group together. As for the men, they handle heavier works from the maintenance of the company to management. Due to the reason of women being usually outranked by men, they tend to use position in order to submit their women co-workers and silence them about their deeds due to the threat of position. As someone who wants to keep their job, it must be terrifying to stand up and cite your complaints to authorities, resulting in numerous women being able to keep these things only to themselves. The taboo surrounding sexual harassment and assault needs to be broken. This should be widely discussed so that the victims can speak up and receive prompt assistance, although having these talks can be uncomfortable, but they are necessary.
Due to the imbalance of workload between men and women in an office space, some men develop a sense of entitlement and succumb to what they desire, resulting in the abuse of power and harassment to their women co-workers. They use this as an excuse because they think that they are more dominant than women. According to study, many work environments may be a cause of sexual harassment because some workspaces, such as a police station, are male dominated, meaning that they are more men than women. Men tend to look more upon women, making them the targets of their desires and resulting in sexual harassment.
Another thing, when it comes to men and women in an office workspace, they have assigned uniforms that are based on their gender. However, these uniforms are also a cause of sexual harassment, especially for women due to their dress code of having skirts or dresses, which men tend to take advantage of and sexually harass their co-workers. Regardless of women having to wear any revealing clothing, that is not an invitation for men to harass them. In fact, there are some young males that are also sexual assault victims, but we don't dictate that they dress differently. We do not caution boys against tempting their teachers with exposed biceps, knees, or other body parts. We don't restrict whether they should not wear shorts or tell them not to distract their female friends.
Even while women file the great majority of sexual harassment complaints with the EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, more and more men are also making their own claims. 6,822 sexual harassment claims were submitted to the EEOC in 2015. Men brought those cases in 17.1% of the total. A number of cases involving workplace sexual harassment between women and men have led to substantial payouts for the male employees, aggression for rejecting sexual advances, unwanted touching and caressing, and experiencing rude sexual remarks and jokes are a few examples of this. Sexual harassment accusations involving men at work are also rising in frequency these days. Most men may choose not to report their harassment or make claim with the EEOC because they are worried about being made fun of by their employees. They can think that a woman can never really sexually harass a man, or being harassed by a man implies that they are sexual people themselves. If they think they should be able to manage a situation alone, they may worry about looking foolish if information about the harassment were to get out. Whatever the cause, it is clear that many men are not reporting incidents of sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment is a very serious issue. It can happen in the workplace, in public areas, and areas that we consider our own personal safe zone. No matter what the person's sexual orientation is, the way they dress and their appearance is not an invitation to commit such heinous and traumatizing action. Sexual harassment can happen to anyone and everyone despite the age, the gender, and what clothes you're wearing. Being harassed can cause lifelong trauma, trust issues, depression, and etc. People who experience being harassed usually fear speaking up because in some cases, people are harassed by their boss or someone with more power than them, causing them to be scared in speaking up, especially because they are scared that they might get mocked or because they might lose their job when they speak up. Sexual harassment consists of many unwanted desires. Harassment is not only by physical touch but it can also be verbally, online, and can affect us in so many ways mentally. What about you, as a student? What are the things you can do to prevent this heinous crime?